Thank you, Mayor Johnson. You just did one thing wrong. When you mentioned your fellow mayor, you got to say Curtatone. You got to put the hand into it. We talk about doing things often, childhood obesity and other things in our country, and sometimes we get stuck doing it at 10,000 feet. We don't come down to the base level where people actually are and keep it real, so to say. This next mayor has done that. I love his slogan, shape up Somerville, get in shape, and he's done it. He's put himself in the communities and tried to make a huge difference, and I think it's working. Mayor Curtatone.
Is that right? Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Tiki, Madam First Lady. It's great to be here with all of you, the First Lady, secretaries, on this very important occasion. It's also, for me, an honor to be here with my colleague from Hernando, Mississippi, Chip Johnson. I submit our presence here today speaks to the fact that this issue cuts across all party lines. It affects every demographic, every community, rural, urban, suburban. And it affects us all, no matter what our ethnicity, race, or socioeconomic status. So you're going to hear a lot in my message and Chip Johnson's message that is very similar. But if you're confused, I was going to point out, and he took my line, that he actually has the accent. I have the hair. Sorry, Tiki. You know, when addressing the U.S. Conference of Mayors during our winter meeting last month, the First Lady noted, it's going to take all of us, businesses and nonprofits, community centers and health centers, teachers and faith leaders, coaches, parents and elected leaders, all working together to help families make common sense changes so our kids can get and stay healthy. In Somerville, Massachusetts, that's what our Shape Up Somerville initiative is about, engaging community members of all ages and backgrounds and from all sectors of community life to transform the health of our community. It takes the leadership and support of an entire community to create an environment that supports children's health from the time they leave their homes to go to school in the morning until the time they return home in the evening. You know, in 2003, we learned the troubling statistic that 40% of our school children were obese or overweight. But in partnership with Tufts University and Professor Dr. Christina Economos, we began to research and examine the effects of a child's environment on their weight gain. We launched Shape Up Somerville, a community-based environmental approach aimed at reversing the trend of childhood obesity. Our guiding principles have been eat smart, play hard, live well. Every policy decision we make is influenced by these tenets. In our schools, we have instituted more nutrition and health-based curriculum, implemented a robust farm-to-school policy, and established a school guarding program. We are committed to incorporating physical activity throughout the school day. In our community, our efforts to increase access to healthy foods have extended beyond the walls of our schools. We have partnered with local restaurants to create Shape Up approved menu items. We've opened new farmers markets, as Chip Johnson has, and a growing number of community-supported agricultural drop-off sites. We are transforming our built environment for the long term. We have instituted policies and infrastructure changes to support walking, biking, public transportation, and access to open space, including zoning upgrades that promote smart growth, and a long-range plan to renovate Somerville's existing parks and playgrounds. All of these efforts have had a positive impact on the health of our children, their weight gain, and their physical activity. Shape Up Somerville is designed to improve the quality of life of our residents, and the good news is that Somerville's obesity prevention initiative can be replicated, just as Chip Johnson's, in communities across the country. You know, we'll tell you, as leaders, it is our responsibility to make decisions and develop policies that create environments that improve the quality of life for all those who want to live, work, play, and raise a family in our communities. We know that healthy communities are productive communities, and the healthy choice must be the easy choice. So I want to thank the First Lady for her leadership, vision, and commitment to children and families. We stand with you, Mrs. Obama. Together, we can raise the social consciousness of an entire country to overcome this epidemic and eliminate childhood obesity. Together, we can make our cities and towns and our entire nation healthier, happier, and more productive. So let's move. Thank you very much.
Mayor Johnson and Mayor Curtatone, you talked about policies and making a difference through policies. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge and thank Secretary Duncan for what he's doing in our schools and the policy changes he's forcing in our states to help education and accountability. Our schools